I've been laying down on it and shit.
Luckily, the weather's been nice.
Yeah, it's nice, bro. I was hoping it didn't get ugly. It was raining out there where I was at today, so.
Yeah, I guess this is episode 1. I'm here at a park with the great Mike G.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Your boy Mike G in the house. Shout out to Roy, Rattlesnake Roy, and the Snake people for having me.
So I'm trying something new out. I'm walking around the park and I'm gonna do like a mini podcast. I got this fucking tripod in my hand at this park, but oh well. I guess we'll forget about it eventually. Huh?
Oh, yeah, this is cool. That's a good idea, bro.
I thought it was because I've been coming here the past like week, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised I didn't see you, man. Like I tell you, I come over here like a lot. We come over here religiously.
Okay.
We're actually passing by our tree.
Look at
this is what my boys and my grandson and my son they refer to as our tree.
Y'all hide right there.
Right there. Yeah, I'll be laying down on that branch up there.
Yeah,
pretty cool, man. You know, it gets some good shade. My bug gets up there. I was gonna bring my bug.
Oh, I thought you were duck.
I was gonna bring him today, man, but I was like in a hurry when I got home. I was kind of in a hurry and shit on the way when I got home.
What time y'all normally come out here?
Man, like right around now, you know.
Oh shit, I'm surprised I hadn't seen y'all.
Yeah, Saturday we was over here like earlier today when it was still actually like hot, but shit, it was fun, man. You know, we come at different times. Nobody's in the afternoon.
It's really nice.
So how you been doing, man? How's the podcast been going?
It's been moving along, brother.
I just seen you was in another country and shit not so long ago, huh?
Back in March, I was in Italy.
In Italy, man.
So, yeah, dude.
What was that like, man?
It's like a whole different world.
How long were you down there in Italy?
I was there for about 2 weeks, and
I see you went and hit up the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, man, that's part of our. We were there for an hour.
For an hour, and excursions.
Yeah, it was like a little tour. And I spent like almost the whole hour trying to get a picture. But yeah, it was.
That's badass, bro. That's definitely a bucket list trip right there. Man.
If anybody can do it, I tell them go to Italy, bro.
Go to Italy,
man, it's sick. You a Catholic man?
Man, I always raised Catholic, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I pray every day, every night, every time I get on the road, because I drive a lot for work, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I put my sign, you know, the cross and all that. Yeah. I get my things, because I got a lot to be thankful for these days.
Of course, man. We're live. We're healthy.
Yeah, we're alive. We're healthy. I've been going to a lot of funerals. Hey, I've gone to a lot of funerals this year already. So I went to one last week. You know what I mean?
Damn, yeah.
God, I've known like pretty much all my life.
Put in perspective.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. So
yeah,
every day above dirt is
shit.
Blessed.
So we have a little bit of inner. I feel so weird. I feel so lame holding this. I feel lame just holding this, recording this, but I figured it'd be a good idea. One of the first questions I wanted to ask you was, so last Thursday, for anybody who's not from the panhandle of Texas, we almost got wrecked by a tornado.
Yeah.
What was your experience? And then so, it was real.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like so. Yeah, like that was the first time I'd heard the tornado sirens.
That's what
the entire time that I've been here in Lubbock.
That's what everybody is saying.
I lived in the neighborhood that I'm at now, at least probably about 15, 16 years already, man. And they got sirens up now.
So like, you live close here.
Yeah.
So it was right. It was right in the path.
Yes, yeah. Like I had pictures and a video that I posted on my Facebook. I look like a damn storm chaser because it was like developing literally right above my house and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were me and my son went to go to Krispy Kreme when they hit Krispy Kreme, went to side to side, got the fresh donuts coming out and all that shit.
Shit.
And he loves that, man. So we went and did that. And then when we got home, it was starting to rain, and that's when we started getting notifications on our phone and like storm. I mean a tornado warning. Like it was saying take shelter. Yeah. That's what it was saying, bro. Like oh shit. And once it started saying like man, winds are gonna be 100 miles an hour and shit like that. My son booked it, man. My son Gio, he got in his Mustang and he took off towards Brownfield. He went to Meadows to his grandma's.
Oh shit!
He drove through the storm a little bit, but it wasn't hailing and all that shit yet. He said, whenever you get over here, it's gonna be bad. So y'all better leave right now. So when we left, we didn't even make it past Upland, bro. We got caught when the hail started coming.
Oh,
like
fuck.
Bad.
Right there.
I went ahead and got under that bridge with that Upland at the Brownfield Highway.
Oh shit!
And I took shelter. We took shelter under there, man. It was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You and your baby?
It was me and my son and my little baby and my wife.
Oh, bro, fuck that shit.
I was like, man, y'all cover y'all's faces, cover the baby's face with a blanket. I mean, we had sweaters and shit like that. So It felt like the hell was gonna break the windows, bro. Luckily, that bridge was right there when it was, so you couldn't see, you know. And we were there for like 45 minutes, bro.
Oh, fuck.
We tried to flee, but we didn't make it. What was your experience? Where were you at when all that shit happened?
Let me preface this by saying I'm a bitch when it comes to like bad weather. I shut down.
Hey,
so
man.
I had already like heard, some people had already told me like it was coming. So I was literally laying on my bed watching the show, and I remember it was 6:45. I get tornado warning on my phone. So I go outside and tell my stepdad, yo, there's a tornado warning, like take shelter. And he's like, you're full of shit. And then we hear the sirens.
So the sirens were scary.
Once the sirens went off, it was like, oh, so from where I live, you could see the big ass cloud.
Yeah, it was all over here.
So you could see it. So we stood outside for maybe 20 minutes watching it. And then we were watching Ron Roberts, and he was like, folks, this is about as real as it's ever gonna get. And so I would say from 7:45 to about 8:20, it was like do or die. It was like, okay, it's coming. If it hits us, it hits us. So we prepared. We got all our shit together. My mom was like, get your wallet, get your passport, get your favorite belongings, put them on you, because you know.
Yeah.
And so
I had literally just took a case of water off the back of the truck. I grabbed that same case, put it in the truck in case you were like stuck somewhere. You know, I was thinking worst case scenario shit.
Bro, that's crazy. You were in it.
My wife, yeah, man. I said, babe, we gotta go, man. She was like, yeah, let's go ahead and go. So we took off, bro. And like, if we would have left like maybe 20 minutes earlier, we probably would have made it out of Lubbock and shit. But
yeah,
when we left, like literally 5 minutes later, the hell started coming down. And
I was big, pretty contemplating going to Post. I almost got in my car and drove to Post. I almost did, but I didn't. Oh,
yeah, it was scary, man.
I wanted to know, yeah, because we're now, you know, I landscapes. Now we're just cleaning up the fucking mess. But
I know my fence got actually torn down. A panel in my backyard. It got broke down and shit. So I got that like posted up and down with some posts and all that temporarily. I probably won't fix it till maybe this weekend and shit. I only got some wood today for it, but yeah, it was like that for a lot of people in Lubbock, man. Like all in my neighborhood, you see number power line crews all the next morning.
Did y'all lose power?
Nah, we did, man. Thank God we did it. You know, I had candles, I got a generator and all that shit just in case.
You're prepared.
But yeah, thank God nothing happened like that at my house. So some other people did, you know what I mean? Sorry for them, you know. Hopefully for the people that did get affected by it and hurt, you know.
I don't know if
prayers are with them, man, because that's some scary shit.
I don't know if anybody died, but we had 3 hit us.
Man.
That day, close.
Yeah, that's just scary, man.
Yeah, so I just want to ask you that. But you're a musician.
Yeah, I'm actually we're getting ready to release a new single coming up probably next month. It's called Thank You Later. This song's actually it's special to me because in the intro of it, I have my baby's heartbeat from when he was a baby inside the womb.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I remember doing that the last sonogram appointment that we had with my wife before she had the birth and all that. So I went ahead and got some audio of it, you know what I mean?
Nice.
And I figured out, because at that time I was still doing the radio.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd use it for sound bites for something, you know what I mean? Something. And then the day that she had birth and actually gave birth to my son, I actually, of course, you're going to record a little clip and shit, video and audio. And I used a little clip of my baby crying, when he like literally came out the birth, still got the umbilical cord attached to the mom.
That's awesome.
My wife. So I got some audio of that shit in the intro, you know what I mean? And then I also got some audio clip of my grandson and my son now. Well, I recorded it like last year, so it was about a year ago. But yeah, it's special, it's important to me and my boy Triple O, because he's touching on some important stuff for him, you know what I mean? So yeah, Thank You Later by Mike G and Triple O. Shout out to my homeboy Matthew Vargas, who did the cover art.
Nice.
Work, he just shot it back to me last week, and man, it's dope as hell. I love it. I've been posting it on my social medias.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's coming soon to all platforms, man. Thank You Later. Shout out my boy Triple O, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. I was just gonna say, I'm looking forward to that, dropping that. got an album that we're getting ready to put out as well. So this is gonna be the first single that we put out for it.
Oh shit, you and Triple O?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
A collab album, man.
So how do you feel about just the current state of music in general overall?
Man,
what's your sort of thoughts on
I feel
what's going on?
It's so much easier nowadays. I mean, with all the different ways of revenue streams, you know, different social media platforms, you know, for people to make money. Just on my way up here right now, I was talking to my boy Triple O, let him know I was coming up to do this shit right here. Shout out my boy Triple O.
Shout out you, bro.
I was letting him know how I was like, I have been paying attention more and more to the monetization shit on my Facebook, bro. Cause like now, like everything I post, it's, you know.
You getting monetized?
Yeah,
Oh,
like I'm getting money and shit, like change the little cents here, dollars there, you know. So
better than that.
It's free money, you know what I mean? That's how I see it, guys. So, like if y'all have a Facebook page, well, obviously y'all have Facebook, everybody has Facebook nowadays, but y'all turn that professional dashboard on, you know, because I did it whenever I was doing the radio and shit, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I didn't really pay attention to all them analytics and the insights and like, you know, like now when you post it, you see it'll say insights and ads under your post whenever you're monetized, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For those of you, you know. And so you click on that shit and it shows you like how many interactions you've had, like, you know, how many views. Because, you know, you'll have fucking hundreds and thousands of views, but not everybody takes the time, the little split second to like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
y'all
what
motherfuckers to do that shit, y'all some whole ass niggas, man. Because if y'all fucking taking the time to look at our shit, the least you can do is like the shit, man, you know what I mean? I've been liking shit, man, you know what I mean?
I tell them just comment.
Yeah, man, comment, like, you know, something, interact, bro. You
got it.
That's free money for people, man, you know what I mean? And there's motherfuckers that quit their jobs and shit over that kind of money, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, fuck.
You know, one that's been doing it really good is shout out my boy Previs, man. Like I've seen his ass grow. I've seen that he just lost his Instagram page, bro. The 806er, man.
He lost that big one, like 60,000.
It was like at 65 or some shit. When he lost it, man, I'm like, damn. That makes me mad because that's happened to me for my TikTok, my first TikTok that I made. I had got it to like maybe 2,000 already. That was growing like organically and shit.
Yeah.
And a motherfucker hacked it when I was on the cruise and shit, you know, on vacation.
You need
all fucking times too, like motherfucker.
You need a VPN, bro.
What is that? Yeah, I do need that shit.
So when I went to Italy, that was one of the things I did so that I couldn't get hacked. Cause like on the cruise, you're sharing a whole bunch of, everybody's connected to one server, so it's easier to hack.
The motherfuckers that don't have to do that shit. Yeah, that's how they got me, because they got me when I was on there, bro. Motherfuckers, bro. That shit made me mad. They just deleted all my shit.
So you feel like one of the positives of music is the ability.
One of the upsides of music is the different avenues to collect streams and royalties and mechanical streams and royalties and shit, man. I know a little bit of it. I don't know everything I should know. I know I got money out there that I'm not claiming yet.
Damn.
You know, so
that's crazy.
You know,
it's pretty awesome.
Because my music's like I'm pushing close to 1 million streams, bro. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's money right there, dog.
Yeah, you know, so I get little checks here and there, man. But I know I'm not getting all my chips. So man, I need to sit down with somebody, you know, to get up on game about that shit, man. And there's a lot more, you know, there's a lot more to it, especially with the shows and all that. You can upload your shows. I'll get little checks for that, you know. Whenever every time you do a live performance, you upload it to your BMI, your BMI live.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they cut little checks and shit, you know what I mean? 20, 25, 30, 35,
but that's
40.
gas money right there.
Yeah, man, there's little money that adds up and shit.
Well, I did not know that. So if anybody's listening,
shout out my boy Bone, man, Chris Bone Gardner. He's the one who put me up on this shit, man. Whenever I uploaded my first track to my distribution, which is These Things, which is currently sitting like at 325,000 streams and shit, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Over that. And he's the one that put me up on all that shit, man. So I always give props to everybody that puts me up on game, man.
CBG?
And he's the one that told me that. CBG,
yeah,
man.
I like that dude.
He's the one I recorded that track, No Say, with my first reggaeton track.
Oh yeah.
I recorded that track with him, man. And shit.
That's the one with Duck on it?
Nah, that's the one. That one's just an instrumental. That was called Chaotic.
Okay.
Yeah, which is out on all platforms. Chaotic by my juice instrumental. Check it out, man.
So do you listen to any like current music or anything like that?
Music? Yeah, man.
What do you like?
Right now, I've been jamming a lot of that motherfucking goddamn, what's his name? Shit. Larry June, bro. I'm listening to Larry June a lot right now, man. I'm up on that Larry June. He just released a new album not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was listening to his track, not even hip hop, called Ordinary, by a guy named Alex Warren.
There you go.
It's pretty dope. It's not music. I mean, it's not hip hop music. I thought it was AWOL Nation, to tell you the truth. But I had it on at work today, man. And one of my friends was like, man, what you listening to? This Christian music? I'm like, no, it's not Christian music. Listen to it. It's not, you know, which is not bad, you know. Shout out Jesus, man, because, you know, we're alive because of him today.
Amen.
You know, I'm in my position I'm in because of him today. But, you know, he thought it was Christian music. He's like, man, it ain't fun that you get soft on me. And I don't normally listen to that type of shit, but it's dope. Ordinary by Alex Warren. If y'all ain't heard it, gotta check it out, man.
Do you think it's hard as a creative like musician to be original?
Nah.
No?
I don't think
because
so,
you don't
man,
really think about it like that?
Yeah, because I'm not an artist that samples and like, you know, because I also make beats too. And I don't really sample and shit like that. You know, I try to stay, I can honestly say that I don't think I sound like anybody else.
Really?
Like, I feel like I have my own unique, distinct sound. Maybe not unique, but distinct.
Yeah,
I don't sound like everybody else.
So what advice would you give somebody like staying original? Because there's just so much shit being put on you. It kind of would be hard not to be somebody else.
I would say, man, because, you know, whenever you do record, you put something out, it's kind of hard to not draw from what you're influenced by.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and there's so much to be influenced by.
There's so much to be influenced. I would just say, try not to sound like the next band. That's the best advice I can say. Try not to sound like the next band. That way, because nowadays, you know, on the radio, you don't know who the fuck is who on the radio.
Yeah.
Everybody's got auto-tune. Everybody's on that drill shit, you know, which is not bad, you know, because if it's working for people, it's working.
It's fun. It's fun to listen to.
Yeah, you know, if it's working, if that's their avenue. Like, there's this one little white dude that I start checking out, man. His name is Little Man J. I think he's got like some medical, like he was born with like some medical defects or some shit. But yeah, but he's dope, bro. Little Man J, like the letter J. Gotta check him out, man. It's like country / sound like he's rapping though.
Yeah,
he's pretty dope, man. You know, that's something different. You know what I mean? I had never seen that shit.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think I'm coming around to is the crossover of different like country with rap or rock and country. I like it.
I feel a real artist who's from all different genres and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't just grow up just listening to hip hop. You know what I mean? Rap. I mean, I'm a hip hop by heart and by culture and shit. I'm a hip hop head, but I grew up listening to rock, band, blues and shit, you know, so
yeah, we talked about
whatever it is, the shit that you're feeling in the moment, man, that shit, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You may be able to pull from that.
Fuck yeah. So what does a typical day look like for Mike G? After you go to work, after that, what are you doing?
Yeah, when I get home from work, man, I got a little game that I play with my little boy like every day for the past 5 years, because he's 5 now.
Yeah.
As soon as he hears the keys going into the door, he'll stop what he's doing and he'll fucking run off and go hide in the go hide somewhere and shit. And then I'll walk in, I can't find him and shit. You know, I tell my girl, like, hey baby, you know, give her a kiss and all that. You know, everything was, and he'll be all like, all right, like I can't find him. And he'll be all like, I'm in my room, Dad, and I go over there.
Damn, hell
and then I just pretty much kick it at home, bro. You know, I really haven't had time to go record. I really, like, musically, I haven't really had a chance to go record and shit, bro. Like, you know, I haven't really been as productive music-wise this past few months, I guess, you know. Yeah. I've been sitting on some music that we haven't recorded, that we haven't released. Like that album, like I said. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, man, you know what? Let's just go ahead and release a single for the album, man. I ain't released shit all fucking year. And Flo had, so I was like, man, let's do that. Cause it's ready. It was ready to go. I just had to get a cover art for it, so I did that. But normally that's what I do, man. You know, I get ready to. I start winding down about midnight and shit. You know?
Shit, hell yeah!
I go to bed late at my house, bro. It's crazy.
You wake up early?
Man, early as fuck. I was up in the morning at 4:30.
Fuck.
My wife, she works at nights when she works. You know, she works like part time, and she works at night, for instance.
Okay.
So she goes to bed at 7 o'clock. You know, she'll lay down at 6:37, take a nap. She gets up at 10. And by that time, I'm already like home, got my little boy showered and shit, you know, in his pajamas, and we're ready to lay it down as soon as she gets up and shit, you know.
Hell yeah.
Work.
Hell yeah.
Unless we're fucking up all, like on the weekend shit, we'll be up all goddamn night, bro.
You party?
Watching TV? Nah, just drinking, in the room.
Chilling.
My little boy, like the routine is we have, he has his little tablet. If his tablet dies, he just watches my phone and shit, but normally we lay down and he puts his headphones on, his tablet, and he's watching, you know, his little cartoons or YouTube or playing his games and shit.
Hell yeah.
And that's how he falls asleep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we do, man. You know, I'll wake up, he'll get asleep already. with his headphones still on his ears and shit. So I take them off, you know, and lay back down.
You get the weekends off?
Yeah, most of the time I do,
normally.
man. You know, sometimes I get some call outs and shit because I'm an electrician. That's what I be doing.
Ooh.
I'm out in the oil field and I be driving a lot, man. So when we get the weekends off, shit, I try to sleep in. Shit, 12, 1 o'clock.
Oh shit,
I be sleeping late as fuck, bro.
Oh shit.
That's what my wife and them do, man. She gets home, you know, about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and my little boy, like I said, he stays up late, so it works out good for her and shit, because, you know, he goes to sleep and he'll stay asleep late with her.
Hell yeah.
So normally about 1 or 2, them motherfuckers are getting up and shit, they'll call me and shit, we're better waking up.
Is your grandson older than your son?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's 7.
Okay.
He's 7. And my son is his uncle.
Yeah.
So yeah, my son just turned 5 and shit this past month.
I got an uncle that's younger than me.
This is crazy,
Uncle and an aunt.
Yeah, that's just crazy, bro. But yeah, they're best friends, bro. Like he'll meet, like if he was here right now, he'd probably be talking about his nephew.
Nice.
He's like, Elijah's my best friend. And
oh shit.
yeah, man. So I told him he was ready to go play over there. He was ready to go.
Your boy going to school?
He starts this year, bro. This year. He ain't too happy about it, man. Like every time somebody asks him, like, you ready to go to school, Kyron? He's like, nope, I hate school. I'm like, boy, you ain't ever been to school.
He says he hates it.
He's gonna like it. When we come to the park, he loves to be around the other little kids.
Oh yeah, the interaction.
Yeah, he loves being around little kids and shit. So
you gonna cry?
Not shy at all, man. I may cry, bro.
You gonna cry for dropping him off?
I'm definitely gonna take that day off and shit, man. You gotta be there, man, for the first day of school.
Of course, man. Yeah.
Hey, you know, for me, you know, now that we're talking about this, man, I mean, you know, this is a good topic, bro. I mean, about, you know, and let people know this side of a person and shit, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is my 4th son, bro, that I got. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's like, you know, my biological son and shit, man. And I feel like this time around, I'm able to do it right, bro. I'm in the right position.
Hell yeah.
Financially, spiritually, mentally.
Yeah.
My wife as well, man. You know, like we're grown now. You know, we're able to provide like we weren't able to growing up and shit. How our kids were growing up. You know, like our older kids now. My son that I got that still lives with us. He's 21 now. You know what I mean? So he's not a little kid no more, but. You know, now he provides.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's got his own shit. He's got motorcycles.
When I first met you, he was younger.
Yeah, bro.
He was still in high school.
Yeah, he was.
Oh shit.
About 3 years ago now.
Okay, damn.
And so, you know, now, you know, it's him and it's that big old Gavin and then my 5-year-old son.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
well,
but they're close too, man. You know, they be kicking it outside. You know, I got a big ass trampoline in the backyard.
Yeah, it makes sense why y'all are just always hanging out.
Yeah, man, we're homebodies, bro, for real. He likes to be home and shit, man. I'll tell him, you want to go to the park? He'll be like, nah, I just want to play in the backyard, baby. Dad, you know, so we'll just play in the backyard. Y'all don't have kids. You don't have no kids, huh?
No, I do not. I don't know if my fucking battery's about to die, but if it is, I'm sorry, guys.
But shit.
Just tell them where to follow you, just in case this shit does die.
Man, y'all follow me on Instagram at @therealmikeg.music. Music spelled M-U-Z-I-K. Mm-hmm. Y'all can follow me on Facebook. If y'all go to Instagram, y'all see all my links on there, man. It'll show Facebook because there's a lot of Michael Garzas on Facebook.
Yeah.
On Twitter, I'm @therealmikegm.
Hell yeah. I apologize. This is my first time doing this. I didn't know the battery was gonna die.
Hey, but man, this is dope.
We have about 10 more minutes anyways. We'll still probably chop it up. But yeah, I don't have any kids. I want some. Fuck.
Yeah, man, you want to take your time with that, bro, because it definitely takes a good time, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. I stopped doing the radio that way I can be more present and shit, you know, and be more focused on, you know, my family and my little boy. And the little free time I had, I was trying to do it. I was doing this, right? Trying to do interviews and shit like that. You know you got to That's how you build it up, man. You know what I mean? So all that footwork.
It all comes with it, right?
Man. Yeah, it's part of it, bro.
Hell yeah.
But,
yeah, but I find doing this relaxing for the mental.
Yeah, it is, bro. I like to pick people's minds about certain situations. Like, how do you feel about all that shit going on with ICE and all that shit, bro?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like these aren't peaceful protesters, the ones we're seeing.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe in your right to protest, but, you know, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. And I don't wholly agree with some of the raids, but, you know, some people got to go, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad people here. That's all, you know.
Yeah, there is.
And I think you got to get them out of here. Don't let the media fuck with your mind because that's what they're doing. That's what they do. They lie. And
Funny, I've been seeing a bunch of funny memes and shit now. How Donald Trump and Elon are beefing and shit, and how they're breaking up and shit.
yeah, that was
That shit's
crazy.
funny, bro.
That was
God,
wild. That was a wild time on the internet. That was that day the tornado came. It was a fucking wild time, bro.
Somebody made like a whole fucking AI animation and shit of like them breaking up.
Yeah, yeah.
Elon goes to Mars and shit. He's watching videos on Earth and they're all looking sad and shit. It's fucking hilarious, bro.
How do you feel about AI, man? That shit's getting. I got duped by it. The first time in my life I got duped by a video.
Man,
I was like,
I'm
what?
telling you, it's hard to distinguish now, bro. It is
Yeah.
like on certain pictures. Some of the videos, yeah, you can tell.
Well, no, this was a
automatically.
video, bro. This video got me because it looked
Damn.
so real. Have you seen the kangaroo at the airport?
No.
Yeah, everybody was like making a big deal about it. And finally, like 2 days later, they were like, dude, this is fucking AI. And I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
it's
they're
here.
real as hell.
It's here. I'll tell you what freaked me out. And I don't know if I have time to say this, but I had a guy on my story today. I follow him on Instagram. He said, he was talking about how he made ChatGPT sad. And he felt bad for making it sad. And he was like, pray for ChatGPT.
What the
And I was
hell?
like, what